This is the Flea Circus. Welcome. Oh fuck. Wow.
You suck.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my notes, bro. All right. This is the Flea Circus. And
Oh wait, I got it.
What?
The FLAC Circus, like free lossless audio codec. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out later. This is only a problem when we fucking upload the shit to Spotify or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, today we're going to be talking about the album Mental Block for All Ages by the band Dog-Faced Hermans. And this is a pick by Calvin Sloan.
So I'm Calvin. I like to listen to music and albums that have songs on them.
And that's what you put in, prick. All right, Calvin, I want you to explain your background with this album and why you chose this one specifically for today.
So when I was at a college radio music festival, I was just standing there at my college watching the bands, but there was a stand. There was a stand where they were giving away free CDs since they've gone digital. They've gone digital for the radio station, so they're just giving away old CDs. And they were dividing them into genres. So I was looking through the punk section, and I found this band, the Dog-Faced Hermans. But as I did more research, I took it for free, of course, because it was free. And as I did more research, I realized that this wasn't a punk band.
It's after punk, and post-punk is a very, very broad thing I've come to learn. But yeah, so the album is Mental Block for All Ages by Dog-Faced Hermans. And Dog-Faced Hermans are a band. They're a Scottish band, actually. Is that right? They're Scottish?
I didn't know that.
Edinburgh. Oh, you didn't look into this?
No, I just listened to it.
Yeah, this album came out, in the 90s?
Says here they later moved to Amsterdam, though.
I guess they did. They moved to Amsterdam when they disbanded, actually, which is in the mid-90s. But they were formed in 1986 in Edinburgh. So the members are Marion Coates, and the instruments they play are vocals, trumpet, bells, and tuba. Apparently they have multiple bells players in this band. And we have Colin McLean, who's their bassist, also plays guitar and steel drum, I guess. I didn't hear any steel drum on this album.
Must have been.
And get ready for this. Get ready for this. This is the best fucking name I've ever heard in my life. Wolf Plum. The drummer's name is Wolf Plum. Drummer, percussionist. They also play saxophone. They're the secondary bells player. And then they're also listed as a foghorn player, apparently.
Oh. Well, I can play the foghorn.
Yeah. Well, anyone can play the foghorn. And guitarist Andy Moore.
That's my favorite Radiohead song.
Foghorn.
Anybody can play foghorn. He's not a Pablo Honey guy. Anyways.
So fucking stupid. Their genres are listed as post-punk, art punk, no wave, and experimental rock. 4 very cool music genres that cool people listen to.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Is that it reminded me a lot of like the Contortions.
The Contortions. Who are the Contortions?
They're just like a no wave band.
No wave. I'm not really familiar with the no wave movement.
Let me tell you a bit about no wave. All right,
go into it.
So it's like from New York, and it's like, in response to like new wave, like fucking, The Cure or whatever, and basically they're all mad because like they want to be popular. They want to be they want to be like the popular kids, but they also hate the popular kids.
I mean, judging from the no wave music I've heard, they don't really sound like they want to be the popular kids.
No, it's like, how the nerds, like they're all nerdy and shit, and they look at the cool kids and laugh, like, look at those losers. And then
I guess.
Also, I wish I could be like them.
So the new wave kids are the cool
jocks.
People?
They're the jocks.
The jocks.
Yeah.
So you're saying the Cure were a bunch of jocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the B-52s. Those
Yeah.
are jocks.
Yeah, those are the jocks.
All right. But anyways, Dogface Hermans, their predecessor was called Volunteer Slavery.
Volunteers what?
And it was named after an album, Volunteer Slavery.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd volunteer for that.
It's a rather oxymoronic name.
Yeah, but the name Volunteer Slavery actually came from an album, a jazz album by instrumentalist Rahsaan Roland Kirk. I didn't look into that album, and I don't know much about Rahsaan, but that's cool. That's on their
fine.
Wikipedia.
We only had a day to research.
Yeah.
Now I
did
have
all this
one
research in like 10 minutes.
question about the personnel on the album.
Yes.
Who plays the hippo tube?
What the fuck is a hippo tube?
Right,
So
I
while
saw that
I was
listed.
doing research, I saw several references to the hippo tube being played, which is apparently a long cardboard.
How about you
tube.
just look it up? Look it up.
However,
I'll
I
look up
wasn't
hippo
able
tube.
to find anything about how it was played. I assume it was the didgeridoo sound that appears towards the end of the album.
Could
mean
you look up
like that
hippo
one song?
tube and show us the picture, Calvin?
Let's see.
Yeah, look up fucking hippo tube.
See, I
Are
already
there-
looked it up. I didn't find anything.
Wait, there's gonna be visuals?
I mean, I'm recording the
Yeah, I
screen
think
sharing.
the hippo tube probably appears on the very last.
Such as the hippo
Track
tube,
on the
a
album.
1.5 meter long cardboard tube for holding rolls of paper.
Huh.
But it doesn't say how it was played. But I feel like it's probably a didgeridoo sound. It could be percussion, I guess.
Could you
hitting it.
look up hippo tube without Dogface Hermans?
Is it an instrument outside of the context?
I don't know. Just look at it.
Why are we talking so much about the fucking hippo tube?
I don't. Oh, okay. All right. We don't have to talk
I don't
about
think
it.
they have a dedicated hippo tube.
Only
player, bro.
$256 for
Wait,
this
go to the image below.
sterile.
Go to the
Oh
image.
my god. Can I continue? May I continue?
Yo, they were definitely playing that hippo tube on this album.
Okay, so guitarist Andy Moore, he studied anthropology in college, like someone that I know.
Oh, that's just
Um,
like me.
Yeah,
That's who you know who did that.
that's you, Calvin Sloan. And Calvin Sloan's the only person that we've named. So me and Ian could really be named anything.
Like last name wise, yeah.
First and Soto.
What?
What?
You can't.
You mean like
can't do that.
the law firm?
First and so.
I was just
okay.
feeling left out, being the only one with my last name out there.
My first name isn't even out there in the world. But anyways, he studied anthropology in college. And that was when he first met bassist Colin McLean, and they bonded over a love of reggae, free jazz, and African music. Isn't that great? Drummer Wilf Plum. Okay, he previously played in the Noise bands, and those bands were Finna and Stretch Heads. And the band Dogface Hermans, the name was actually from a 1933 horror movie called The Vampire Bat. And the quote from the movie, or I guess the quote from the band, is that in the movie, a woman dreams that her husband, whose name is Herman, gets turned into a dog.
That's the most obscure shit to name a band. I love it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
pretty
really
rad.
like it. I like the name, Dogface Hermans. I like how it's like Hermans, but not as a proper noun, just like multiple Hermans.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the group often played improvised music when they began. It was a lot more like noisy and shit, I guess. And they like to hit oil drums or whatever. Oil drums, yeah.
They're
And
just like Slipknot.
yeah, and apparently they wouldn't actually like play their guitars in the early days. They would just hit the guitars. And a few years after forming, they recorded 2 albums on Demon Raj Records, which was their own label. And these records were influenced by Scottish post-punk, American no wave, and folk music. And apparently they have a rendition of Bella Ciao and the blues standard John Henry. But yeah, in the 90s, they got associated with the Dutch punk band called The X. And after that, they released Mental Block from All Ages in 1991.
That's what we
and
listen
it was released under it was released under the Dutch label Concurrent, and a website that I found, a little review, says that Mental Block from All Ages finds the band stretching out a bit. Marion's singing is more adventurous, the arrangements are ambitious, and the songwriting is weirder and better, with one track inspired by a Kurdish singer and another adapted from a Vietnamese children's song. I really wonder which song that was. All right. So anyways, Mental Block for All Ages. What did you guys think?
Well, I liked it a lot.
I liked it too. I thought it was good. I thought
Yeah,
it was a good
for
album.
receiving this album's CD for free, I kind of went in with tempered expectations.
I'm kind of surprised that they had that in like their inventory there.
Yeah, I feel like we were probably getting the dregs of the radio's like stuff. Like I imagine all the radio members probably took the cool and in-demand CDs.
It does kind of sound like
First.
something they would want to get rid of.
But
I'm
you know,
glad they did.
dare I say this is a kind of a hidden gem in my opinion.
It is a bit of a hit. How
because
many
it
listeners do they have on like Spotify?
Spotify
like
was around
7,000,
7,000. Yeah.
7,000. Damn. Yeah, this is kind of a deep cut.
The main thing that surprised me was just how heavy it was. I kind of expected when I saw that it was
That was real fucking
post-punk,
heavy.
maybe it was a little more like, you know, more atmospheric. But no, this went all the way with the noise and the pounding bass.
I want to ask you guys, like, what were you expecting when you first like saw the album, or like saw the album cover, saw the album name, or just heard of the album in general? Because I know, Calvin, you own the CD of it. So when you were looking at the CD, what did you expect it to actually sound like?
Yeah, I thought definitely more like maybe like sound collage-y, maybe like more spoken word, like definitely lean into the art side of like art punk, which it certainly did, but definitely not in the way I expected.
Off the cover, I thought it was going to be like New Order if it was like recorded in a basement.
Yeah, it does kind of look a little bit bootleg. I love the typeface they use to spell out their logo. It looks so like childish and playful.
Yeah.
So let's get into the actual fucking album. What were your guys' favorite and least favorite track on the album?
I would say my favorite was fucking The Running Man.
The Running Man.
I like that
was
like
one of mine.
repeated that one line. What was it, like something about the law? And
Oh wait, I just realized Calvin's streaming and I wasn't watching it.
No, I'm just
Calvin-
showing the track list
Okay.
now.
That's a really good one. And then what's your least favorite, Ian?
probably just It's Time.
Like the very last song.
yeah.
Like the hippo tube.
I mean, I thought From the Top of the Mountain would have been like a perfectly good
That
like
was
closer.
also really good fucking.
It was a good song and it would have been a good closer, but by the time it got to It's Time, I felt like it was kind of dragging.
But it's a short fucking album. It's only like half an hour.
Yeah, it is. It just seemed a little unnecessary, but
That's true. I feel like it does kind of like climax at From the Top of the Mountain because it's called that. It also sounds like that. But I don't know. I appreciated It's Time. It felt like a nice little moment to breathe. But we'll get into that later. I think my favorite song was actually From the Top of the Mountain. I just thought it was really cool. And it's definitely like the most normal sounding song on the album too.
yeah.
Not that I prefer listening to fucking traditional ass songwriting, but I don't know. That I feel like listening to the entire album and then getting to that one, it felt very rewarding. And then my least favorite song was In a Row.
In a Row. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that one was kind of just in a blink of an eye.
Yeah. How about you, Calvin?
Yeah, I agree. I think In a Row was probably my least favorite. Just judging by my notes, I had the least to say about it. But it's only a minute, so it doesn't
It's
really
not a
overstay its
long
welcome.
track.
But I feel like
think-
Punjabi Monster Beat, it's like the same amount of time and it really just killed it in the opening.
Speaking of Punjabi monster beat, let's get into the first track of the album. Calvin, can you play a little clip at the beginning? Oh fuck, that's loud for me. Fuck. This sound is no waves.
Is it good for the recording purposes, Ian?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's working.
Good.
Through fog and other gray things.
It's like Phil Collins.
Yeah.
This sound has no waves. This sound has no waves. It moves but sways through fog and other gray things.
Yeah, I think we get the idea. Yeah, I felt like this is a very strange opener for this album. I mean, like when I think of post-punk, I usually don't think of like this side of post-punk for some reason. So it kind of caught me off guard, I guess, in that sense. But I thought it was good. It's definitely like one of the more industrial tracks on the album. Would you guys agree?
Industrial. I mean, just like off the drums, I'd say
Yeah,
so.
when I think of fucking industrial music, I think of like the early fucking industrial shit with like just random fucking noises and like found percussion and shit. I
Yeah.
don't know.
My mind goes more towards like Ministry and
Yeah. I don't know. I go through like early Ministry and like Throbbing Gristle and shit like that.
oh, okay, yeah. Is what you call Throbbing Gristle?
Industrial. I guess it's more like proto industrial. If you want to be fucking specific about it, but I don't know. They use funny sounds.
Yeah, they
They
do.
like to use a lot of funny sounds.
Mhm.
All right, let's discuss the main line of the song. The sound has no waves.
Well, I
think
would
I
like to
disagree.
say yeah, it's false.
I think
Definitely
it's
does.
false. It definitely does have waves. This sound has no waves. Are they trying to like make like a little nod to No Wave? Is No Wave like they
What year?
identify as No Wave? This is in 1991.
Okay, so that'd be like after the movement kind of started. No New York came out in 78.
In 78. Okay, so this is well after the height of the No Wave
Yeah,
movement
No New York, by the way, is a compilation album.
of No Wave music.
Yeah, Brian Eno produced it.
That's very cool. Produced
Yeah.
by Brian Eno.
Brian
Who
Eno is
produced
fucking
this
awesome.
album? Is there information on the Bandcamp, Calvin? Can you scroll down? Who the
About
fuck
what?
produced this album?
Oh,
It doesn't-
live
Oh.
sound.
Live sound. Gert.
It's
Gert.
I think Gert produces it.
Thanks, Gert.
Thank you, Gert.
I would like to point out the fucking cover is credited to Lydia Sokolova.
Kulava.
19 is that taken in 1916 or just like
Or was it the whole thing made like with the fucking letters and everything? It said Dogface Hermans in 1916. I think just whatever photo of a woman that they made was probably taken in 1916. They had a bunch of random shit on top of it. But yeah, so this track, fucking Punjabi monster beat, it just fades to like a bunch of noise at the end, and I like noise. I wish this song lasted longer, honestly, but I thought it was like a strong opener, I guess, in general.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Calvin, you have to tell us your favorite and least, or I guess you already said least favorite, but what's your favorite?
Oh yeah, his favorite.
I was going to say Suppressa, I think, was my favorite. But I
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
agree Top of the Mountain was really good. And
It's
Burning
really
Man
good.
was really
It's a
good.
really good song. Okay.
But yeah, in regards to Punjabi monster beat, though, I think I may be getting a little bit out of my expertise here. But the beat really reminded me of the kind of music they play at the Bhangra dance team at William and Mary.
It is, but kind of
And-
like demented and scared.
I believe Bhangra is a Punjabi form of dance and music.
You can't say William and Mary, Calvin. You're doxing us.
Well, you already said my full name.
That's true. But yeah, good track. We all
Yeah.
like it. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a thumbs up.
Do we want to move on to
Let's
Fortune?
move on to Fortune. Yeah, okay.
Do you want to give it like a 20-minute or
Yeah,
20 seconds?
Let's give it a play for 20 minutes.
20 seconds.
This definitely is the kind of beat that tells me that punk is over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love that
It's
bass tone.
Oh yeah, the bass throughout the album was really good.
I feel like the bass, like it has the best tone on like the next track.
Uh,
But this is the first time in the album where we hear trumpets,
yeah.
and trumpets are good. But I feel like the trumpets on this album don't really feel like trumpets. It's like real driving and it feels almost like a lead guitar. I think that's really cool. Also cowbell, lots of cowbell on this album.
Yeah. I was distracted by other things to notice the cowbell, but
You didn't notice the fucking
after
cowbell?
so many 808 cowbells, it's refreshing to hear an analog cowbell. I think that's the true beauty of, going back, listening to the
I
albums.
mean,
of the
you don't
past.
know
We
that
get
this is
real
an analog cowbell. Oh wait, never mind. You do. It says cowbell.
Well, it didn't specify.
That's
Did they just have a big button that played an 808 cowbell whenever they press it?
But yeah, this is a great song.
any other comments about the song?
It's got good lyrics. I really like the lyrics on this album as a whole.
Oh yeah, very avant.
Yeah, we wish the body was whole. That's a good line.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I have to say about this album. There's honestly a few more tracks like it on this album. But I'd say I give it a thumbs up. It's good. I like it.
I feel like this was the real meat of the album. Fortune into Suppressa into Astronaut. Like Punjabi
there's never
Monster is
been a
definitely more of an
3-track run
intro.
like that.
All right.
But let's get into Calvin's favorite, Suppressa. Can we play like 10 seconds?
Here we go. Some surf.
When the trumpets come in, where is it? Where are they? Ska? Is this ska? But you see what I mean with that fucking bass tone?
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so fucking
Distorted.
meaty, bro.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great
Yeah.
song. The guitar sounds so fucking metallic.
This is the one where I really started to kind of link
Yeah, I
it to
feel-
the contortions.
To the contortion.
Contortions.
The contortions. What kind of music do the contortions make?
Again, it's like a no wave kind
No
of
way, just
quintessential no wave stuff. Yeah.
A little bit like that Cows album you like as well, Ian.
Cows is a little
they
different,
sound like
but yeah, I guess I could see. I mean, just the noisiness of it. Yeah.
I saw somebody on Rate Your Music comparing them to Black Midi, which I think is an interesting comparison.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Dogface Hermans?
God rest their
Rest in
soul.
peace.
God rest their soul.
Yeah, I mean, not on this song in particular, I don't think, but I can definitely see the comparison like later down the line. But I don't feel like Black Midi were directly influenced by the Dogface Hermans. I think they just ended up in a similar place. But yeah, this is a great fucking song. It's really good. Lyrics also really good, and they're kind of funny. This song is kind of like Egg to me. It's pretty Egg.
Yeah.
So this band leans
pretty egg.
leans egg and not chain.
Surprise egg.
Yeah, that's real good. There's more cowbell on this song. It has a lot of cowbell. There's a lot of cowbell on these fucking songs. Also, the horns in this song are definitely different from the first one. They sound a lot more like a horn section than like a lead fucking trumpet going off. And also, this is when we first hear like that like free jazz sort of influence. All right, so Suppressa, good. We all like it.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Nice.
up.
The Running Man.
We're skipping down there.
Wait.
We got
It's in a different fucking order on
Wait, is it?
Bandcamp than it is on Spotify.
Are you sure?
I listened to the Spotify order.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, the Spotify order, the Running Man is
Oh,
next.
no, you're right. This is the remastered. Let's see if there's another version.
Wait, no,
on-
it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
No!
No,
Okay,
but that is kind of interesting.
It is really interesting.
I want to pull
mean,
up the version that we all listened to. So
I listened to the Spotify version and I thought the flow was pretty good.
let's see.
I wonder why they changed the
Yeah, why they bump Astronaut up? I guess it's
Yeah.
like the radio hit. They wanted to get it.
It's definitely not the radio hit.
Why are you pulling up Spotify? Just play it on Bandcamp.
No, I want to get the right order so we're right.
I'll tell you.
Oh wait, this is I don't.
Yeah,
know.
the Running Man is next. The
Yeah.
Running Man is next.
Okay, Running Man is next. That was a good one.
The Running Man, like the dance that people used to do. Now this is Black Midi.
That is actually like a Schlagenheim kind of riff.
It literally sounds like that one song.
I love that line.
The law hit like a block.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
but just like the
album
like.
block.
I don't know. I just like the melody line. You know.
It's
like
What
repeated.
song is that? It's like oh, that's a near Detroit, Michigan. It sounds like that.
I could say that.
But yeah, it's a banger. It's really good. She does like this vocal like vibrato thing that sounds really cool. I feel like she really pops off on this song.
hmm
Marion. And this is like the first time I noticed on the album that the guitars are actually really fucking simple. Like they're not doing too much.
No, they're not doing too much, but
They make up for it in a bunch of fucking noises.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
can-
also another thing about Marion, the vocalist.
Yes.
So I saw on her spot on the Spotify. It said she's a Nigerian born, and then she moved to London.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I
She's
saw that as
Nigerian.
well. Apparently, she's a sculptor too.
Yeah,
And
she went to
has
school for art.
a memoir.
She has a
that-
memoir.
I imagine is pretty interesting.
Well, you know, if we had more time to research this, we might have been able
Yeah.
to read that memoir.
We could actually figure out
We-
what the hippo tube is.
We didn't claim to be well informed on Dogface Hermans.
We
But,
decided on this
yeah.
album last night, so
We did decide on this last
We should
night. We're
send
recording
this
it the next day.
to her to see if she will listen to our podcast about it.
I feel like she might not like this podcast.
yeah.
But anyways, can you play the Running Man actually again from the timestamp 240? Because this breakdown was actually fucking insane. That's so good.
Yeah.
It's just so good. And then the fucking elephant free jazz noises.
Mhm.
Yeah, there were
It's
some
just so
impressive
good.
high notes by around the end as well. Where are they? I can't
I
remember where
love
they
it.
were.
I can hear the Black MIDI influence.
Well, like
The other way around.
other way around, but unconfirmed. But you know.
Okay.
Well, they're
Good
both
song.
from the United Kingdom, so
they're the
Oh, okay.
pretty
They're
much
probably
the
they're
same.
exact same band.
They're pretty much.
Might as well be the same lineup then.
Yeah. I feel honestly, I'll dare to say, the drummer from Black MIDI is better than this drummer.
Well, yeah, but you know, he probably
there's not a lot of drummers as good as the Black MIDI drummer.
yeah.
The Black MIDI drummer who will not
I can't
be
remember
named.
his name.
His name's Morgan.
The ex Black MIDI drummer. That is.
I mean, it's not confirmed that they're like totally over. They're just potentially.
I don't know,
or I guess they're going on
indefinite
hiatus. Yeah.
All right,
But,
so
like, what
we'll
band
see
hasn't
them.
gone
We'll
on
see them again
hiatus?
when they're all like 60-year-old and out of money. Erotic.
They all have arthritis. Okay, but yeah, Running Man, good song, love it, great song.
Mhm.
I'd say.
That's my
these-
favorite.
This is like, at least on the Spotify lineup, like this run, Fortune Suppressa to the Running Man, it just made sense to me. These songs are all the same in my mind. Well, I guess they're all different, but they all give off the same vibe, and I like it. And then we get to fucking Astronaut.
Astronaut. Okay, I want to talk about Astronaut.
Yeah, go off on Astronaut. Let's get a little clip. I think the beginning is. I mean, it's not that representative of the whole track, but we can get a little bit of it.
You might want to skip ahead a bit.
I didn't write down timestamps for this one.
Let's get a little bit of the ending too.
That's the last lyric.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Well, anyways, I just want to say how much I love the lyrics for this. It's like this absurd kind of narrative almost.
Yes, I wrote down some notes on the lyrics of this song in particular. This is like the only song I like the lyrics on the whole album. But this is the only song that I actually kind of read into it.
Yeah, so what do you think it's about? What's under
the role?
Because I don't think her mom was actually an astronaut.
No, obviously not. I think this is a character. Oh, you're looking up the lyrics now. I think that this song is about the role of women in society. And they use the term astronaut not in the sense of an achiever or a scientist, but as more of an experiment. Because they mention they sent a silkworm to space, and then they sent a monkey to space, and then they sent a woman to space.
Yeah, and only ever came down for the births.
Only ever came down for the births. My mother had no weight, historical or otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was one of the most interesting lyrics, especially.
Yeah, do you think they're referring to physical weight? Their mother was thin?
Well, because an astronaut in space is weightless
in space,
but also historical.
The sort of the social commentary element there too.
Russians did it also, but much earlier, out of curiosity.
Be a reference to the Soviets winning the space race.
I think it's about the role of women in society and how women are undervalued. I think that's a pretty fair assessment of the lyrics.
How about the line? My father would sometimes cry a little, after sometimes we'd get to watch her on the TV.
I feel like that's just kind of a literal thing. I think her father's actually just crying. Yeah, I think it's really strange. It's quite an absurd song, but musically, I think we're back into the noisy territory, but not in the same way that the first track was. There is funny metal percussion, I guess. I feel like it's a lot more whole than the first track, and it's definitely more of a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was a great song. This was honestly my second favorite on the album.
It might be mine too. I actually really also liked the next one up, or at least on it's the next one up for.
I wrote down a note of the lyric. My father was her husband. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to hear this, honestly.
She was not a bastard child.
I didn't expect to hear this fucking song after the last three. So maybe that's why they changed the order. Maybe they think it's a bit too jarring. Or I wonder if the original order is the one on Spotify or if it's the one on Bandcamp.
Well, I would assume it's because on the Bandcamp it says remaster 2007. And on the Spotify it's 91.
Yeah, I should go find my CD to see which version is on the CD.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I don't know where it is though.
Okay, well that might take.
I'll do it later.
It doesn't matter.
There also might be some notes in there, but whatever.
But this was kind of a jarring song. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, jarring, but not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way. It's good. I like it when they switch things up. But yeah, I mean, after like three tracks of just like fucking bangers, you know, it was kind of surprising to hear this. But I liked it. It was good.
No, it was definitely the song I was like thinking the most about.
Yeah, I listened to this one like more times than the other ones on the album, I think. But anyways, good song, love it. Let's go to Ballad About Bhopal.
I love this one too. That's in 5, yeah.
5-4.
That's in 5.
That's the only note I have about the song. That it's 5-4. Can you go to 130?
Is that where it like speeds up?
It's
yeah.
Whiplash, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's just good.
That's so
It's
good.
just a good song.
Yeah, it's great. I also liked
It's just really-
how like each new like stanza would begin with like the last line of the last stanza.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Like in the lyrics.
Yeah, it would be like hold on, let me pull them up.
I think the name is really apt to it.
Actually,
Really,
Calvin,
it's
could you just like play like a whole like stanza? Probably. I think it's later in the song, like maybe like skip to like 3 or like 2:30 maybe.
Balls.
Nice one. Yeah, there.
Yeah, I didn't look into the lyrics of this one. Do any of you guys have any clue what it's about? I feel like it might have some like historical significance that I don't know of.
I mean, well, it just sounds like it's about like a kind of like a
War.
well, no, not war, like in a like an area that's like focused on like industry, like poison to the people in their sleep.
War.
Gas from the Union Carbide. Like it is
Yes,
actually kind of like a Detroit,
an
Michigan by
environmental song.
Black Midi. It not, I mean, yeah, but like also kind of like class,
Class, environment, very important things.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
this was one of the more like seamless blends of jazz into their sound on this album. I'd argue.
Because it's non 4/4.
Yes, it's jazz.
There's
not
a
just
lot of
that.
jazz in 4/4.
that ride is jazz,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't tell me otherwise.
It's Whiplash.
Yeah, there's no ride cymbal at that
I'm
part,
talking,
though.
yeah, I like him.
No, this was probably my tied second favorite for with the astronaut.
It was
one.
really good. I don't have much else to say about it. It's just really fucking good, and I'm glad that they broke up like like this track and the tracks 2 to 6, like with the astronaut, because I feel like this kind of like puts us right back into it. We got a driving beat.
Mm-hmm.
We got some heavy ass bass, and it's just good.
Great
Yeah.
song.
Great song. Did you like it, Calvin?
Liked it for sure. I definitely think the name is fitting. It's got a little bit of a Celtic ballad vibe to the vocals. Very
Is this the
ethereal.
song that was inspired by a Kurdish singer, perhaps?
Perhaps that wouldn't be Celtic. Be a bit of a different part of the world, but maybe
It's all the same.
perhaps.
Well, wait,
so.
but how do you say Bhopal?
Yes.
Bhopal, whatever. It's a city in India.
Oh, it's in India.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
interesting.
see, this would have been good to have more research, but where
I'm
you,
sorry.
no,
I'm
not you,
sorry.
not you. I just mean time wise. We're we're a quantity over quality kind of podcast right
Look,
now.
we have a lot of albums to listen to. We have a lot of podcasts.
Oh yeah,
to make.
there's so
Speaking
many
of,
albums out there.
Speaking of albums, did you guys make your fucking picks? Because we gotta.
Oh yeah, I picked.
Okay, you guys picked. That's good.
Yeah, I got a
All
few
right.
floating around. I'll pick last second.
Anyways, Body Strategic. I'm gonna say it. This might be controversial. This is the first track that didn't really hit with me on this album.
Let's just play a second of it.
Yeah.
Very, very Beef Hardy.
I don't know. I kind of like it on this. I'm just listening to that little bit again.
I don't know. I just feel like they do this better on this album.
Maybe
mean,
so.
Like especially like after Ballad About Bhopal, like I thought the Ballad About Bhopal was just this, but better, and I enjoyed it more. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad song. I think it's a very good song, but it just didn't hit the same. I mean,
want to
there were
share
some funny
my
moments though.
On it though. That's actually funny that you say that because my one note for this song was trumpet sounds are extra funny on this one.
148. You should get a 148.
Yeah.
The breakdown.
I know I said that Morgan Simpson is a better drummer than this guy, but he does pop the fuck off. I won't lie, especially on this song.
Oh, by the way, about Ballad About Bhopal. I'm sorry. I just because it is extra context. Okay, so I'm on the Wikipedia page for it, and see, in early December 1984, a Union Carbide pesticide plant in Bhopal leaked around 32 tons of toxic gases, which led to the worst industrial disaster in the world to date.
Well, there we go. That's
Official death toll is around 4,000. Holy shit.
4,000 people died.
How come I've never heard of this?
Yeah, 4,000. I mean, there's so many things that happen, man.
This reminds me a lot about something that happened near Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
But anyways, Body Strategic, really good. Not my favorite, so I gave it a little shrug.
They can't all be singers.
They can't all be zingers, as someone once said.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to the banger of the album, the fucking hype song, In a Row.
That's all we get.
Yeah, I thought it was
pretty good.
I really like the bell
It's
aspect
kind
of
of
the
like
song.
it's kind of like a Yeet song.
I think it's funny that they have two bell players. And I wonder if that's just to play this song, just to play In a Row. Can you
Was
skip
one
a
of the
little bit
staples
forward?
of their live
So-
of their live show?
Okay.
This is the song that was inspired by Vietnamese children's song, actually. And I don't like it. I did not enjoy the song that much. I mean, I'm really happy that they included it on the album and that they went from Body Strategic especially to this. But I don't know.
So,
guess
I mean,
it's short.
as an individual track, I don't like it, but I think it does bring something to the album. You know,
It serves its
definitely
purpose.
brings
if not just like a
something.
rest. Like,
It is a nice breather, especially right before the fucking peak of the album. But I don't know. I just didn't like it. Like when I first heard it, I was just like, why this? Why'd they have to do this? It's I don't know. And I feel like even though it's short, I feel like they could have added a lot more to this song. It's very minimal.
I guess now I should mention This podcast is sponsored by coffee flavored Zins.
Just coffee, not the rest of them.
Yeah.
That's great. I'll put one in now.
You got the coffees.
Put one in too. Yeah.
Calvin has
put
never
one in.
sinned.
No zins. No zins for me. Also, no coffee for
You
me.
can't say that. They're our sponsor.
Well, you could say that about all the other Zin flavors.
Yeah.
Just not
Oh,
coffee.
I only I
You
only
don't
have
like chill.
coffees.
But yeah,
It's like a different company for each flavor.
in a row. In a row.
In a row.
It's not that good. It's not that good. I didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
But
But you know, it's
In a
there.
row.
And I appreciate that it's there.
we all line up in a row to go to the top of the mountain.
Yup. Now
This
play that shit.
this one's pretty cool. This is like a MIDI
It's so jolly.
MIDI trumpet. It's like
love
some
this song.
Godspeed type of stuff.
Yeah.
This is Black Country New Road. I think
Wow.
that's enough. It's so fucking good, and it just builds throughout the entire song, and I love that. The trumpet at the beginning, like you were mentioning, that sounded like MIDI. It's such a funny line. It's such a funny melody. It's like uplifting at the beginning, or at least when I first heard it. Like at the beginning, it sounds so happy and uplifting. But then as they add more instruments, it kind of becomes scary.
And we can
Becomes
just
a lot more
recite the
sinister.
lyrics right now. I have a
Yeah,
flower.
do a little reading.
I have a flower. It is my right hand. With this I can. That's so cool.
With this, you can what?
Oh,
She can. Oh yeah, and
Oh,
it's on the
there-
album
it's her
cover.
right hand.
There's a flower.
Holy shit. Well, it's like more like for like lung or something. But yeah.
I think if I was gonna like play any song on this album like to anyone, like I think it would be this one. I think that's just because it's one of the more normal sounding songs on this album. It's one of the more traditional ones.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of like hype chase music the whole time.
Mhm.
But yeah. At the beginning I honestly didn't like click with me immediately. But like once the vocals came in, it's actually pretty awesome. And then it just won me over by the end. And it's got that kind of like drumline snare going. It's real good.
Yeah.
This definitely is like the climactic moment of the album. This is
The
like
centerpiece.
the big. This is what it's all coming down to.
Everything leads up to everything leads to from the top of the mountain. And Ian, you liked it?
I
You
loved
thought
it.
it was good?
Yeah.
That's cool. And then we get to It's Time, which is your least favorite, Ian.
Yeah, play a little bit of It's Time.
Play
It's
some
time
Hippo
for It's
Tube.
Time. Yeah. Let's hear some of this Hippo Tube. Maybe like a didgeridoo kind of sound.
It feels like I'm trapped in the pipes.
Yeah, this sounds like the movie Stalker. You seen
It's
that
kind of like
movie?
007.
Yeah,
It's good.
That's a
it's
different
good ass
movie.
fucking song.
but it also
It's
sounds
the
like
same
that.
movie.
I really just would have preferred from the top of the mountain to be the closer. The real like runoff
You're
of
right.
the track
I
of
feel
the
like
album.
if they dropped this in like in the real runoff of the album, I feel like if they dropped this in like the middle of the album, I would have liked it a lot more. But I still thought it was really good, and I gave it a smiley face. Like, I don't know, it's like the slow burn that Astronaut wasn't. Even though I really like Astronaut, I feel like this actually reaches like a higher peak than Astronaut does. Especially,
that's true.
It's just really good.
But I just felt like
As a closer,
after from
it's meh, but-
the top of the mountain, like I was kind of just like all right, come on, let's hurry it up now.
I don't know. I feel like I kind of give it I give it points for creativity. Like I think it's an unorthodox way to end the album.
It might also just be my ADHD.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
was already
very-
along for the ride. At
A
this
very
point.
possible thing.
Maybe it overstays its welcome a little bit. Like maybe if they cut it down by about half, I would have.
But I feel like that
100%
wouldn't
on it.
really, then it wouldn't be as good of like a track by itself.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
No, I thought the
Either
length
way,
was
I'm not
perfect.
angry with the track, but it is definitely not my favorite.
Maybe just
Calvin, can you play-
if you have ADHD, maybe just listen to 9 out of 10 of the tracks. I guess.
Skip the very last.
Yeah.
If you, but Calvin, can you play a little bit when the vocals come in? I didn't write down a timestamp. Oh yeah, here it is. This is real scary. This is like one of the, well, I guess Astronaut was the first moment on the album that like scared me. But this is scary.
Yeah, this is scary. It's like that one track from Deceit by
Oh
Deceit.
yeah. Oh yeah, this album did remind me a lot of Pete too.
Wow.
I don't like that she's singing like
It
that.
definitely does sound like
It scares me.
It's like the Huntress in Dead by Daylight.
It's kind of like the Huntress's song. It's like creepy nursery rhyme territory.
Yeah.
So as a closer, I will defend this till the day I die.
Oh shit. Okay.
Especially, I
Controversy.
think From the Top of the Mountain was the peak of the album.
But this
and
is like
it
the
was only right. Yeah, it was only right to end it like this.
what is that on the plot diagram? It's like a
The falling action.
falling action. Okay, fair enough.
All right, so we've gone through all the tracks of the album.
Really quick,
can Yeah,
I
go
want
ahead.
to talk about the actual like
Wait, I found
title
the
of
CD.
the album. Oh shit,
Let's see what's here.
Calvin CD
Okay,
finding
which
noise.
order is it? Okay, this is the order from Spotify on the album.
Okay, that makes sense. So that was
That's the original.
before 2007 remaster.
So we listened to it as it was intended.
Oh, interesting. There's a handwritten note on the insert.
Let's hear it.
The dog-faced Hermans are from Holland and sound a lot like
What?
country.
They're not.
Since when are they
Not
from
from
Holland? Wait, is this somebody from the
That's what they said. That's what they said.
the Wham radio
Yeah, this
or whatever?
This is Wham Radio.
Okay, it's signed MM from 10/19/92.
Marvin Milk.
Marvin Milk. Eminem.
It says the dog-faced Hermans are from Holland and sound a lot like Countrymen the X. They're
Countrymen the
incredibly
X?
tight with a big, huge bass sound and real
That's
repetitive
true.
grooves.
I think is it the X like EX?
Yeah, the X.
Okay,
the
yeah,
other
they're
band
talking
we
about
were-
that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And yeah,
On top is
who are Dutch?
what does this say? Haughty female vocals, I think. Lots of different
Haughty.
crazy horns and some amazing frantic drumming.
Well,
The end result is kind of like the touch and go equivalent of world music.
oh god.
Except for the vocals, it's actually not
We can't
far
say that.
from Nation of Ulysses or even No Means No. I think I've heard.
Yeah, weren't you gonna talk about the title, Ian?
I was gonna. Okay, so whoever put that handwritten note in there, I'm assuming from the
Fuck
William
you.
and Mary radio, right? It was
Oh,
the
William
it was from the
and
radio, right, Calvin? Like they're
Yeah.
yeah.
So
yeah.
they probably that's probably somebody from the school radio. Right?
Okay.
It could have been
Well,
from someone
whoever
who owned the CD.
whoever it was does not fuck.
They're a virgin.
We fuck. Flea
fuck
Flea
with our
Circus.
analysis
Flea
of
Circus
the
fucks. You know.
Interesting. This
That's
insert
our-
also has a track list handwritten. It said, it says like has a little note. So like one is Punjabi Monster Beat is weird, noisy, comma, marchy intro, and then it has a box around cold. So I think it is labeled if it's a cold cut or a fade, probably for if they're playing it on
Oh.
the
playing
radio.
on radio.
And it has
Yeah.
cool art in the insert. I like this. Yeah.
Calvin, can you add a note to the insert that says Flea Circus fucks and then drop it off in McKay's?
Yeah,
No, I like this CD. I want to keep it.
that's fair enough.
But people need to know.
But you should still add
I
the
can
note.
give all my other CDs away to McKay's and write that. I bet this has to be the best CD that I picked up because these other ones are just like random. Like some of these are really bad. I listened to a couple tracks off of them.
Also, I guess we're just Flea Circus now. We're not Flack Circus.
We could
I
be
like
Flag
Flea
Circus.
Circus.
We could also be a Flea Circus fucks.
Lee Circus.
No, Flea Circus. Flea Circus fucks.
I feel like that's
We
not the
could
best
we
name
could
for a
be
podcast.
Flea the Circus.
I think
That's what I
Flack
call it.
Circus fucks doesn't make sense.
Black Circus. How about that?
Black Circus.
I said Flag Circus.
No, you just cut out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, anyways, we listened to the whole album, and it was good. It
Yeah.
was good.
We're
Overall
giving
thoughts?
we're giving it a smiley face.
I'm gonna have to give this one a smiley face. There were some moments I wasn't quite fond of, but overall, it was a great listening experience.
And I'm giving it a smiley face as well. Our first perfect 3 smiley
First
face.
perfect score. 3 smiley faces across the board. Wait,
Holy
if one of
shit.
us disagrees, do they get like stoned?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we all have to disagree, or we all have to agree every single time.
I
it was a
feel
good
like this
fucking
is. I
album.
don't like this authoritarianism.
Well, we're not gonna disagree because we're all professionals.
We're all professionals here. We all want what's best for the Flea Circus, so why would we disagree? But yeah, listen to this album, I guess, if you want to have a fun time, a fun, jolly time
All right.
with some scary moments
few scary moments.
and good instrument.
A few
Lots of good
hippo
instruments.
tubes.
Some tubes, yeah, some
Hippo
tubes,
tubes.
some bells, some oil
So-
drums,
Some tubular bells.
some tubes, some bells.
Oh
some
man, I
tubular
wish I
bells.
haven't listened to that album so I could recommend it.
Listen to what album?
Tubular Bells.
Tubular bells.
Is that an album?
Yeah,
I
It's-
thought
it's
it
the
was
it's the one with the Halloween theme on it. It's Mike Oldfield.
Mike Oldfield.
Yeah, somebody should put that in there because I can't because I have listened to it.
No, I already know which ones I'm picking.
Man, this is a great first album, and it was short too. So I'm glad we were able to get this knocked out in a day,
Mhm.
even though we didn't do the most research about it. But I think we did enough.
Yeah. All right. So have
Shall
we explained the
I
structure
don't think
of
we've
this?
explained the structure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So at the end of each podcast, prior to the podcast, we'll each pick 2 albums that we personally haven't listened to, and we'll put them onto a wheel, and we'll pick one, and that will be the next episode.
So we're gonna do that now.
Can we explain what each of us picked for next podcast? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right, all right. So my first album pick was Vaudeville Villain by MF Doom, which I haven't listened to. I've listened to most of his other records. Have you listened to that one, Calvin? Oh, I love that fucking album. You just pasted it in chat.
Yeah. So Vaudeville Villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor Vaughn.
Yeah, the Victor Vaughn one.
Yeah. No, that one's really good. That would be a treat if we get
That
it.
would be quite a treat. And then I picked Save His Milk, Captain Beefheart, I've heard a lot of tracks from it, but I haven't actually listened to the whole album. Have you listened to that one, Ian?
I have not.
I feel like that's something you would listen to.
No, I actually have only listened to
Fish Mat.
yeah,
Fish,
Trout Mask Replica. Yeah.
Fish Head.
I've listened
Recreation.
to both of your albums, Ian. Actually,
Oh, really?
yeah, they're both good. They're both good, especially that.
I've listened to
Fugazi,
one
though.
of them.
Especially that Fugazi. I was kind of like studying while I listened to the Can album, so I wasn't like the most attentive. It was a chill time though.
You're spoiling it, Calvin. You're spoiling it.
Well, I don't know.
Ian-
We may not even get
Ian,
it. We may not
Ian,
even get it.
explain what albums you picked.
All right. Well, I picked Fugazi, The Argument, and it is because I like Fugazi, but I have not listened to The Argument. I like one song from
Very good
The
band.
Argument, and
Fugazi's a good
that would
band.
be a Cash Out.
I haven't listened to that album actually.
And the other
I've
one
listened to a lot of
is
Fugazi.
Can. And
That's a good
I only
album.
you also have listened to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Wait,
That might be kinda
you've
boring.
listened to it?
no, I haven't.
Well,
I've
Calvin
listened
hasn't
to
it.
No, Calvin has listened to it.
No, you've listened to the Fugazi album, right?
I've listened to the
Calvin?
Can album as well, but
Oh,
he said he
it's
listened to
fine.
both, yeah.
Oh, you
can
listened to
you can do
both.
Whatever. I didn't listen to it that carefully.
It's fine. We me and Calvin can give some good insight on it. We know the album.
What if I went
How do you
instead of
pronounce
the
that
Can
name?
album? What if
I can change it.
have you guys listened to Why by the pop group?
No.
Calvin?
No.
Okay, then I want to change it to that.
The
Let me,
pop group
So
like that.
Can is over.
Yeah, Can is over. I'm just gonna listen to it on my own time.
Like
I
this.
wanted to listen to the Can.
Is that what it's called?
Why?
Or is it Why the
No, like
Just
Why the letter. Yeah, just Why.
And why'd you pick Why by the pop group?
I want to listen to the pop group. I'm sure they'll have many pop songs that I could jam out over the summer to.
The summer hits, the summer jams.
Yeah.
And then Calvin, what did you pick for next episode?
All right, so either we've got Old Nick, a new generation of vampiric conspiracies,
That sounds
which is the
interesting.
full-length album by Old Nick. They also have a project called the same guy behind it has a project called Curtain Wall, which I'm a pretty big fan
Oh,
of.
shit.
So I
We're
wanted to,
pretty big fans. of
wanted to
Curtain
give it a
Wall.
try, a little
We
bit of
listen to
Dungeon
Curtain
Synth and
Wall.
black
we
metal
love Curtain Wall.
combined, and then I picked this Einstürzende Nebauten album
I love
Holy
that
shit,
album.
flawless.
I love that album.
Flawless pronunciation.
because I really like their band logo.
Okay.
It is a good fucking logo.
All right. Are we spinning?
Let's
So
spin
let's
the
see.
wheel.
Let's see what we've got. I'm excited no matter what.
All right, all right.
Oh,
please.
oh!
Limbaugh has died.
I guess
All
we're
right.
listening to Captain Beefheart, Safe as Milk. Now, this is a great fucking album, I've heard. I've listened to multiple podcasts about this album, but I never actually listened to it myself. And I've also been told that if you like this Captain Beefheart album, you will not like the rest of Captain Beefheart's discography.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
For, the first thing I'll say is that milk isn't that safe. You know, it's got a
It's not
pretty
safe.
short expiration date timeline.
That's true. Yeah.
Milk can be deadly.
So we might be in
Some
danger.
milk is safer than others. I don't.
We might
know.
we might be in danger.
Maybe it's like oat milk or like almond milk.
I don't think those existed back then.
Yeah, maybe they didn't. Anyways, this has been the Flea Circus.
This has been the
or the
Flack
Flack
Circus. This has been
or the Black Circus.
I never said that.
I clearly remember you saying that.
You heard wrong. Get your ears checked.
But yeah, thanks for listening. And next episode we will be talking about Captain Beefheart's Safe as Milk. Cue the outro music.
Because it's
Balls.
not about
Thank you for listening to the Flea Circus. Check out me, Cass Blackwell, on Spotify, as well as Ian D4C4 on all platforms, and also Calvin and Ian's band Ampliphobia everywhere. Thank you. Bye.